Before starting the video, I have a few things I want to point out. As many of you know, I use the speedrun practice mod for this challenge, as it makes practicing certain rooms with save states way easier. The actual runs are done in one segment, but I still use the mod to make restarting levels easier. However, there are noticeable byproducts of using this mod, which you can see in this video. Specifically, I was using version 2.3 of the mod that had a few things wrong with how the top-ends worked. When collecting a new top-end, it would bunch up with the first top-end for some reason. To my knowledge, this is just a visual bug and no other part of the run was affected, but I thought it was worth pointing out to avoid confusion. Anyways, Gnome Forest itself is tricky due to us having to use Gustavo. This has a few implications when it comes to avoiding Pizzaface, as Gustavo can't wall run and instead has a double jump and weird wall jump. This makes our go-to dodge of juking Pizzaface with a wall jump not work, but I found a couple of ways around that. There's some other tech involved such as move cancelling and crouch dashing, but I'll go over that when we get there. For now, let's discuss the level. The Pepino section at the start of the level is really easy. I wall cancel through this section to do it faster and kill a few extra enemies, which is generally very easy. Once we start playing as Gustavo, the difficulty is ramped way up. We're forced to do the tutorial, which fittingly teaches us a lot about Gustavo's movement. I easily skipped the section off to the right by double jumping onto this wall. Now I need to go down this chute, which needs to be done fast enough so Pizzaface doesn't catch up. I can do this by cancelling Gustavo's moves when the time is right, which can be done by starting new moves before the old ones have finished. This lets me cancel out of a double jump with a spin, and cancel out of that spin with a dive, allowing me to outrun Pizzaface in this tunnel. I break this metal block with a double jump, but now I'm forced to go through this section that has me go down before going back up while moving very little horizontally. This is tricky to do as it will allow Pizzaface to catch up very quickly, so I need to do this section precisely. I start off by falling to the left here to avoid bouncing on the cheese slimes, and then immediately start a double jump once I get to this vertical shaft. From there, I have to do 2 precise wall jumps before cancelling the last one with a spin. From there, I can wait until Brick teleports back to me before exiting the room. The next 2 rooms aren't that bad, where I can cancel my double jump with a brick kick to avoid the long stun from the jump. It's important that I don't do it here, however, as I'll need Brick to double jump again into the first secret. Pizzaface spawns right on our path upon entry, but I can easily double jump over him here and continue on as normal. I'll be using the brick kick many times throughout the level to break blocks and kill enemies faster, which I can also combo with a spin move to turn around. Skipping ahead to after I get the first top-end, I have to wait for Pizzaface to catch up here before juking him. Since I can't use Pepino's wall jump to easily jump over him, I have to improvise. I managed to get the same effect by double jumping and spin cancelling over Pizzaface, which will also be used many times in the future. From there, I spin to bounce on this mushroom and brick kick to exit the room. The next room has me do a couple of tight spin cancels that can be tricky, and the room after that has me double jump up this mushroom and quickly spin out of it to outrun Pizzaface. The next room has a maze-like structure and multiple enemies that get in our way, making avoiding Pizzaface a nightmare. I take the bottom route here to get up to the gnome pizza, but no matter how fast I wall jump, Pizzaface will always end up catching me. So instead, I do a precise double jump all the way up to this ledge, where I have to keep moving and do another double jump after a ceiling bonk to get up to this top section. If you did everything quickly, you might be able to simply spin out of that double jump and keep going to the right, but since I messed up a bit, I go to the left and do another Pizzaface juke to exit the room. The next room is a bit tight as I messed up a spin into this short corridor, but I'm still able to jump over Pizzaface. I need to get the second secret in the next room, but it's located in a very weird spot. Since I can't juke Pizzaface very easily with these pickles in my way, I come up with a different strategy. If I go as fast as possible and spin to kill the pickles before they teleport, I'll be able to get down to the secret before Pizzaface has time to catch up. I have to spin cancel and do a crouch dash to go under him though, as I wouldn't have enough room to do a normal spin otherwise. If you're wondering, a crouch dash is basically a normal crouch but done at the speed of a spin, which gives me just enough room to outrun Pizzaface. The second secret isn't too bad. Besides a couple double jump Pizzaface jukes at a few sections, I'm able to do it normally. This room shortly after the second secret is very big, but we don't have enough time to do it normally as Gustavo can't get through it fast enough. So instead, I skip the section out to the right by double jump spin cancelling into the mushroom above me on the left. I then do another double jump as soon as Brick comes back to break this metal block, and then cancel the stun with a brick kick to just narrowly outrun Pizzaface. I jump over Pizzaface after getting Jerome to give me a head start on the next section, which needs to be done somewhat precisely. I dive into wooden blocks right below me, and am able to avoid the stun by landing on the slope. I then spin out of the double jump to get to this ladder, which I immediately jump off of to break the block below me with another dive. Going up this section with the platforms would be way too close to Pizzaface, so I decided to skip it by double jumping here. Before that, I hugged the first marble block so that I can break both of them with one spin, which will let me get up with one last double jump and spin cancel. I get the sausage chopping and enter the Pillar John room, where I wait out Pizzaface with a few taunts before looping below him. Now, you might think the escape will be the same as lap 3, but that isn't true, as there are multiple blocks and enemies in our way that normally wouldn't be there on subsequent laps. The first room where this is apparent isn't that hard, as I can just brick kick to get rid of these blocks easily. The second room is much trickier though, as we have to do an already difficult movement section with these enemies in our way. Specifically, the pizzards in this section would zap us if I were to just run at them, so I need to find a way to kill them. Spin attacking into them has the same problem as running into them, and doing a brick kick after getting up would not work as well, as we'd have to wait too long for Brick to come back to us to perform a double jump over Pizzaface. You also can't simply jump over the pizzards, so I have no other choice than to super taunt the enemies. This lets Pizzaface catch up to me, but it gives me just barely enough time to double jump to exit the room. After getting back to Peppino, I decide to open the Jerome door with an up door, which basically skips the long entrance animation of the door. I don't usually do this as it's pretty tricky in other levels and all it does is save time, but the up door in this level is so easy that I might as well. Now here's something nobody expected to be difficult: entering the lap 2 portal. The layout of this room has me go up, before going straight back down while giving me practically no room to move to the left or right, which basically gives Pizzaface a free opportunity to catch up to me. I tried multiple ways of juking Pizzaface in this room, including a dive drop that didn't work as the face block would block my path, but the solution ended up being much simpler. If I go up the walls as fast as possible and do a fast fall into a body slam, Pizzaface wouldn't have enough time to spawn in and catch up to me, allowing me to just barely get into the lap 2 portal. The lap 2 is exactly the same as lap 3 though, where the previous difficult room is now no problem with all the enemies being gone. We still have to do the last secret as Peppino in the final room, but it's not difficult at all as Pizzaface spawns too far to the right to have a chance of catching up to us. This lets me end with a time of 5 minutes and 47 seconds. I haven't tried it, but you can definitely do this level as the Noise because he is basically just a faster version of Gustavo. I did this level before the Noise update came out, but I'd imagine it would be much easier with him. If any of you do try it, comment below to tell me if I was wrong or not. The next level I'll be doing is Deep Dish 9. Yes, it is possible, but to see how, you're going to have to wait for my next video.